I managed to get a little bit more done. I've put a filler thing in the top plate, welded it in. I haven't cut the hole in yet. Leave the centre solid and grind it out with a die grinder. That stops the plate buckling when you weld into it. So that basically goes onto there. Next I need a drain from the turbocharger. That's the original drain. So I'm just going to cut that off, cut that, and weld it on so it's going straight down, and make a boss to weld into the top of the tank. That's the oil feed out of the tank into the pump. I need to put a couple of returns in, probably 1/2 inch BSP. I'll make some aluminium adapters, weld them in. That's for the oil return from the pressure relief valve, and one for a breather. That's going to go in there quite nicely. I haven't cut the other end yet to size. I'm quite happy with the way the tank's coming on. I welded that in. I actually bought the filler. It was really cheap. And when I welded it in, it didn't weld very well. I think there's been a coating on the actual boss that I bought. But it is in, it will do the job. I want to try and get some really neat welds around the top of here, because that's obviously the bit that gets seen. So we'll chop this off so we can weld it into there, and then come back and make some nice little aluminium fittings. Right, I've chopped it off and cleaned it up, and I've decided to braze it in instead of welding it in. Ideal job for brazing. Now I got some rods given the other week. I don't know what they are. They're not brass. They're some sort of solar. The guy did air conditioning, and he did refrigeration plants. So it's possibly some type of silver solar, but it's certainly a different colour to brass. I'm going to give it a try and see what sort of results we get brazing out of there. I've got some decent flux. That's a fire brick, and I've got a oxypropane torch, so we'll give it a go. All I want now is a lighter for the bastard thing. I keep bringing lighters in here, but since I stopped smoking, I've never found a bastard lighter. Johnny man. If I go and get that one out of the house, I'll be hell on. I'm doing the bench tidying up. Debbie's been playing with that TIG welder, practicing that aluminium, and she's getting pretty good as well. Right, I've been in the house and pinched another lighter. Hey! Put the heat into the base first, because that bit's obviously the heavier bit of metal. A little bit of flux onto it, the flux will run round quite nicely. Just interested to find out if the rod's going to be suitable for some of the work that I do, because silver solar is getting really expensive to buy now. See, the flux is starting to liquefy right into the joint. A bit more heat, I think. Concentrate the heat on the base. See, the flux has gone liquid now. On it like a dullish red. I think I'll turn the light out in here and make it a better shot of it being soldered. Like a dull red there, so try the solder. And that's running around quite nicely. It's not quite as fluid as silver solder, but it looked decent. We'll let it cool down and clean it up. It's certainly better than straightforward brazing rods, which are basically just brass. That looks good. I'll put in some water because it's cool off and it'll help to take the flux off it. Scabby bastard things. Right, that's it cleaned up on a wire wheel. It's quite nice. There's nothing the matter with that. Focus, you bastard. Certainly happy with that. Which means that those rods can be put to good use because I do quite a lot of brazing in silver soldering. Right, it's suitably brazed on. I have to make a gasket on a joint for here. What I want to do is mark the place in the lid of the tank where the actual drain tube needs to be welded in. Reason to think it's only a week ago that I injured that hand, and it's functioning great now. Right, so that's that screwed into place. What I'll do, I'll put a piece of silicone rubber, I'll put a little bit of lubricant onto it and put it up onto there. Right, that goes onto there. I might need to shorten this, I'm not sure. Yeah, I need to shorten it because I want it to be able to slide on and off the stub bit that goes underneath. It's on a short piece. I'll shorten it down a little bit. Quite a lot actually. Right, so that's kind of where the lid's going to go. Basically, we'll be able to draw around that. And that's where I want the outlet to be welded into the top of the tank. I get a nice pen and draw around there, and then we should be good to go. I'll make a couple of little adapters and make a drain piece for in there, and then we'll get them welded in and get the tank welded up, and it's one more bit kind of finished. Right. Mark it, you bastard. I've had problems before with Sharpies, even new ones, where they're dry and they won't work. Right, I'm sure I'll be able to pick a centre up from that. It just needs a short stub so I can put it in, slide that down through it, I'll put a proper scrape mark across there now. It didn't mark because there's oil dripping out of the pipe, that's why it didn't mark. Right, we'll be able to pick it up off that, no problem at all. Yeah. The aluminium boss to go in there, and you can see we don't want it very long. I've got some aluminium tubing here. I think it was off a tripod, some of that scrapped anyway. But it's just the right size, so we'll part that off, part the end off and see what we can make out of that. I might be able to use those as well for the BSP threaded adapters I want to put in there. Can't exactly remember where it came from, but it's, I think it's going to do the job for us. Actually got to the stage in here now where I can take the coat off. I think that really has lifted the temperature to a very reasonable, pleasant level. Nice material as well. Still solid there, I'm not sure how far in those plugs go. A little bit further than that, but not a great lot. A little bit more than the original diameter of the material. Nice stuff, that. See what happened there, tried to weld the chip onto the parting tool. And so that really is heavy walled aluminium. Take some of that out because I don't want to restrict the drain from the turbocharger. But I did a nice ideal size. We don't need a great long part of it. It's important to get the oil away from the turbo as much as it is to get the oil into the turbocharger. Maybe look to see how much actually indeed. I've been lucky once again because the size of that will take a 3/8 BSP thread, no problem, so I can make 2 welding fittings out of that, which saves quite a bit of messing about, I suppose. Right. Slow things down quite a bit. Slower than that even. Better. A little bit of lubricant on there and that tap is going to there quite nicely. I just returned so it doesn't need a great, fantastically tight fit. It's cutting full thread by the look of that, that's ideal. That's nice, got a nice thread in it.